Hello everyone, thanks for joining us here on Horizon. I'm Rob McClendon. Well, there are times when things just feel different, and politically, 2016 is one of those years. From Donald Trump turning the Republican Party on its head to a socialist Democrat giving Hillary Clinton a run for her money, many believe that come November, voters may be ready for a change. And a similar dissatisfaction is starting to be felt here on the state level. When candidates filed for election in mid-April, many incumbents found themselves drawing opponents from what could be the state's most powerful voting bloc. Education is no stranger to the state capital. Of appropriated funds, it takes the lion's share. In recent years, teachers have gathered by the thousands to ask for increases in state dollars for the classroom. But this year, those coming to 23rd and Lincoln are taking a different approach. Bruce Plant's editorial cartoon in the Tulsa World may sum it up best, where the matronly teacher is greeted by a lawmaker who says, "Well, if it isn't my favorite teacher, you're not here for another protest, are you?" And she replies, "No, I'm here to measure my new office." More than 40 educators filed to run for the legislature, upset over a seemingly growing disconnect between the classroom and the Capitol. Some of these, the very teachers who will be losing their education jobs because of budget cuts and forced layoffs. And whether this approach will prove more successful than the protests of years past could well be determined by teachers themselves, who often shy away from the political fray and don't show up at the ballot box. Well, Governor Fallin has proposed a 4.5% increase for the state education department, while higher education and career tech would see similar decreases. It's still not enough to make the books balance. That would take cuts in other areas of government and/or reforms in tax incentives and other revenue-generating measures. When we return, we look at the motivation behind a new generation of educators.